Vicious double axe handle.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
It's like a muzzle's being placed on Bayley's offense.
Right in the jaw.
Ugh, what a shot.
Sending her up on the top rope.
Doing whatever it takes to win, and we're about to see it. Whoa! Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Senton!
Crashing down with the senton.
And Bayley is being humbled here.
Naomi can't be stopped right now.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship. Lining her up perfectly. I would fear what's coming next. She saw that coming. Flipping the corner now.
Targeting the arm. This has got to hurt.
What a forearm.
Oh, she retaliates.
Stunner! First on the second. Oh, no!
Wow!
Nice.
Look at this!
Slingshot crossbody? That was ridiculous. Soaring out of the ring, looking to do as much damage as possible.
And now thrown back into the ring. Naomi's heading up top. Perched up top. Diving leg drop.
She gets taken into the corner. Needs to get out. Being placed onto the top rope.
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Countering that offense.
Now Bayley looking for some momentum.
If Bayley was looking for an opportunity to pull a 180, that could be it.
Naomi showing her instinct.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
This is one way to get out of it. Powerbomb.
Naomi, feel the glow. Feel it. And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her. Atomic drop. Ooh. Oh. Naomi is some athlete.
One-legged moonsault.
Can the champ recover from that?
Uncorks a thunderous chop.
Uh-oh. Steered away there.
Calls out the rear view. It just got as bad as it could for the champ.
And the cover. No, we did it. We have a new champion.
is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
History made in the Middle East.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get exciting.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika. And then some. Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined 645 pounds. Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Afa and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Afa and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans. Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans. Afa and Sika taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, to have on the apron.
You gotta be kidding me! Inverted scoop slam.
Ooh, pinpointing the trachea.
Uppercut. Jarring. Oh, this is nasty.
That is the kind of move that leaves our jaws on the floor. Unbelievable.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. Sky high.
Slides under the ropes, back into the ring, and nothing could save Bubba Ray from that attack. Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it. Heading to ringside now. Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Hotline Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. Headlock applied. Tough without regard.
I don't think people realize the amount of strength it takes to hurt someone like that.
Someone get the spatula. We have a human being to scrape up.
Timed his defense perfectly.
Returning to the ring now.
Stiff elbow will break that up.
Lifted and completely helpless here.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of it.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. And Alpha Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking to the D-line, and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical. Oh my, devastating impact to the back.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Corey, I gotta know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika wanted, soaring all the way to the outside. I can't believe what we just saw.
I can't believe that didn't miss. Oof.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the team, TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans through a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
I honestly can't believe we just saw a human being tossed like that.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Kick gets caught.
Both competitors showing they've studied the others' playbooks to the teeth.
Definitely some damage dealt to him there.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opens people's eyes to Bubba Ray.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of it.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back.
Back into the ring now.
Ooh, what a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent. From behind.
I don't know what they're looking for here. Ava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Punch right in the head. He'll make his way to the ring.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. Headlock applied. Toss their opponent. And into the corner he goes.
Counter. He knew just what to do.
Scoop slam.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come. A very physical duo.
To the sky. Through the air. It connects. No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Hot top. Into the Samoan drop. And from the apron.
Nothing fancy here. Backbreaker and backbreaker.
Sent into the stairs. Uh-oh, stop in the spot.
You know what's coming next.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
Saw it coming.
Ivan now has the opponent set up, and there is saving grace. That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
From the top. Diving double axe handle. Climbing to the top rope here. Watch out. Caught on the back elbow. Off the mark with that one.
Looking for more damage here.
Release back suplex. Oh, back elbow. Wrapping the arm over that top rope.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track.
Hot tap. Into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
Ava and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise. And his stamina's going to drain fast, taking shots to the torso like this.
Boot right to the throat.
To the sky. Oh, my. Apron senton. Clearing off the announce table. This isn't going to end well.
Agonizing.
Why are they coming over here?
Lots of space and concrete, that's why.
Into the ring again now.
Oh, from way up.
Down. Nice setting him up. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Guys, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh, ouch. Everyone look out. This never ends well. Ava had that well scouted.
All these counters, it's like they're in each other's minds.
Oh, man, he is more. I don't think this table's going to last much longer.
And Ava and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Ava and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Ava and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal! He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wes Lee.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
Now, this was a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, "I."
The early quick cover, title on the line.
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but now this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, "I got next."
Thank goodness. Mello had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Mello and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Mello-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Mello has the biggest crown and the heaviest head."
Mello has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
Sikoa seems to be executing his game plan.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Mello taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Mello in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Mello got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Oh, no, the official just got caught in a bad position.
He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it. Oh, no, he could be caught here. Bad spot for him. Wow. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
He might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out with submission.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Mello has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top and
now shoulders down.
Here we go.
He couldn't make much of that pin attempt.
Trap the arm. And the neck breaker.
Springboard, but nobody home.
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time. Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too.
Capitalizing on Sikoa's mistake.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Producing a trampling.
And gentlemen, we may be moments away from the Street Champ becoming the North American Champ. Got him in the corner now. Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours. Winding up. Boom! Samoan spike.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa.
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going to SmackDown. This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking and his opponent
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Oh, goodness, blasted right into the corner.
Oh, shoulder to the gut. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win. Oh, targeting the stomach.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief. Roman with his opponent across his own shoulders and driven down with a flapjack.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Cranking the head. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul is right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all of that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tackle.
Big powerbomb.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Oh, man, right into the steel steps. Oh, it gets put into the barricade.
And he gets set back into the ring.
Oh, God. I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear. Nasty stomp to finish it off.
Roman Reigns has just taken command.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Stomping. Ouch. Reigns is getting set up. And here it comes.
Launches into the air with a Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out.
Reigns is setting up right there. Here it comes.
Consider your title dreams dashed after that.
Rollins landing awkward outside. And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out.
Devastating maneuver by the champion. I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Finally makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has pushed the Tribal Chief past his boiling point.
Into the pin.
Strong kick out late into the match.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension.
Picture perfect drop kick. Went for the springboard and missed. Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched.
Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Someone call a dentist.
Caught that and reversed it.
And Seth is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Brief sign of adrenaline from Rollins.
Reigns delivers a Superman punch. Not done yet. That is the spear. This might be it. The champ might keep it here.
No idea what he's planning here.
I don't think it's anything good, Cole.
Maybe time to start burning it down.
Rollins is starting to roll. Sidewalk slam! Almost drove him through the ring.
Roman's on a roll here.
And Reigns is holding nothing back against Rollins.
Sent into the corner. Superman punch!
And a spear! The champ might have just sealed things.
Going for the cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking. I'm the chief now! Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exit exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jay Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa. And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jake... from the top, diving headbutt.
And Jacob getting some pushback there.
Attacks like that one will continue to get Jay his respect.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Now, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy. Uso. Uso! Splash by Jay. Will Jay end this? Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in. Sledgehammer right to the gut. Oh, no. Driving down with the sledgehammer.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
Now, this is just overkill. This is just unnecessary. This is no way to treat any human being.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than war games.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further. Oh, strong impact.
Oh. Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer.
No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury.
I can't watch this anymore. Just someone make it stop.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight. John Henry swinging the hammer like that. Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered.
And now, from 20 feet up,
There's no way. No, 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 no. Insane risk, insane reward. Connecting with a meteoric attack from the top of the cage.
But was it worth it? How can he even move after that?
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE,
Jacob's playing something here.
And looking at Jacob,
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
and his corner might be a bigger target now. Hey guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
tossed away with the Exploder, entering the ring and assessing the situation. This is what you do when you're looking to do more than win a match. You're looking to hurt someone.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the words of Jake.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Oh, basically hammering their opponent into the floor. With a blue thunder bomb. Hit with the knee.
Taking on even more brutal damage there.
These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point.
Clock counting down. A sigh of relief can surely be breathed once the next competitor enters.
Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
The WWE Universe luring these superstars on.
And now from way up.
This won't end well.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Byron.
"Thanks, Michael."
And we just saw some serious offense
corner.
Perilous position for him to be in here. Sami Zayn has his opponent seated on the top rope. Here we go. What's he looking for here?
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline. It really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still losing?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games. He's carrying some serious equipment into the cage with him, ready to fully exploit the numbers game.
Guys, look at the eyes. This could be a precursor to an end. Look at the amount of members on each team now. This truly has the potential to become one-sided.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
Super kick! Good night. Here it comes!
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? And Jey Uso having a little fun with another. He's looking poised to finish Tomahawk.
Matanga doesn't seem as composed after that attack.
Yeah, Reigns brought the fight in a major way on that exchange.
Oh! Ricocheting off the turnbuckle.
Vanquish Tomahawk.
We've seen that look before. Jey in position. Oh, right to the kidneys. New entrant about to come in, and not a moment too soon.
Blast off! And now the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline. It's just a matter of time now. This is Jey can seal it here. Earth-shaking power slam.
Numbers about to be even, but not before he brings in a little backup from the outside.
He's in a very...
The so-called match beyond has begun.
Everything we just saw was a warm-up. Now these superstars have to actually compete.
Suplex into the neck breaker. Sent flying over to the other ring.
There's a headbutt. Vicious, downright savage glove right there.
Now, stop right to the gut.
And just loading that stop sign.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
There's got to be a concern for Jey at this point.
Yeah, Jey might need to find space to regroup.
Hoisted up high here.
Super kick. Ouch. He gets manhandled over into the outright. Is that all she wrote for Tomahawk? Shoulders down. Looking for the win here.
He's looking defenseless at this stage.
Surely not.
Team Roman wins the War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn.
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but
The
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred.
And gentlemen, it is time for Blood. Here we go. First 2 combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original bloodline versus the new bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Setting up for something here.
Oh, just bounced that face like a basketball.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up against this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Got them off their feet here. The odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now. He's able to reverse it. As if the numbers advantage wasn't enough, looking under the ring for a weapon now. Pulling him in for the backbreaker. Ouch. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Uzi, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
Boom! If there's one man here, look out! Ooh. My goodness, did you hear that chop? Oh, and a headbutt. Being carried around now. Snake eyes. Uh-oh, has to find a way out of this.
Put down face first.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here?
Oh, snake eyes caving in their face.
He's starting to look battered. What a display of strength here. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Uzi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
And in just a moment, the numbers advantage set to come into play here. You have solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games. Oh, come on. You already had the advantage. You didn't need to bring that into the ring, too.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside the structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
Jimmy Uso with a well-timed shot. Eight men in this war. But one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay. But the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand.
Jay nailed all of it.
Look at this. This can't be good. He's going on to the open. He must certainly have a plan here. Even in the teams are looking under the ring for a little extra insurance.
Driven down face first.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Table is shattered into pieces. He just has to stay down after that.
Well, he's going to be picking splinters out for weeks.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as the countdown is about to run out.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Ran face first.
Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage.
Uso, and now here's Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy with a game ender.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots around the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
This is a situation you want to avoid.
He wants it one more time.
DDT. No way Sammy recovers from that.
And he absolutely has no problem just chucking him onto the steel, knocking the wind out of him in the process. Back suplex, no! Driven down.
Reigns has his opponent in a fireman's carry and
Driven down with a flapjack.
Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes with this next entrant. How an answer for Reigns.
Punch right in the head. And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. Someone hold the roof down because I think it's coming off the hinges.
what an atmosphere. An insane amount of adrenaline must be coursing through these competitors' veins.
Going up the cage now must have some sort of strategy in mind.
And his core remains the focus here.
Every blow taking more. What is he doing up there?
And his abs don't do it. You gotta be kidding me. From the top of the cage, right back into the...
And then back to Reigns.
Reigns got all of it.
Just took a very unpleasant trip from ring to ring. Super kick. Top rope. Uso with the Uso splash. Tama could end it. Taking flight. Boom.
Entering him.
Oh my goodness. Unreal athleticism from Jacob Fatu.
That is what it takes to topple Reigns.
And we see Zayn.
No doubt. Sammy just ended this.
And that blow has him wavering.
too soon. Lifted way up. Oh, atomic drop. Oh, European uppercut. Oh, kick connects. And his body seems to be the focus of the attack. And that cool area really can do it.
Roman's original bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're in battle, look to your left, look to your right. That's family. And this is the one true bloodline.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original bloodline versus the new bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Uzi, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back to them.
Jay is imposing his will.
Jacob's being cut off at every pass.
This War Games just got Uzi, Zayn joining the original bloodline side. Back suplex into the neck breaker.
And I don't like it, but in War Games, a one-sided brawl is all perfectly legal.
He's really throwing all the damage he's taken up till now. 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later. Now check this out. This is going to blow your mind. Holy cow, I'm dizzy.
Caught with the knee.
Top rope.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Good God, just a disgusting thud hurt here at ringside.
Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable athleticism.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside the structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo from the top. Double handle pace.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace. He's held up high.
Tonga edged up top.
And his offense with a hurtful purpose. And are you kidding me? He's going up again?
Good golly. Utilizing his power and tossing him across the rings. There's some power behind that punch. Boom!
amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jey has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jey has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. If he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Top rope, and it's Jey. And an impactful display of offense we just witnessed there.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa? Top rope, soul splash!
Jey can seal it here.
Taking off up the cage of this War Games match.
Top rope, soul splash! Jey nailed all of it.
Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline. Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games.
Solo's the color leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself a tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
And now officially in the fray. The tape lift off. Goodness. Oh, man. Adding more injury to injury with that hammer.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he is the one to earn the big...
Insane connect to the Helluva Kick.
Is Zayn closing this out?
Time is ticking away. Surely we'll have a fresh competitor to even the odds.
Here we go, your favorite call. Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline. Uso splash.
Jimmy might have just finished things. But there's one man here with the most to prove.
Top rope. Uso splash. Will Jimmy seal this up?
Gets lifted into position.
Face first into the cage.
Caught in a bad spot.
Shot after shot after shot. Oof.
Picked up and being carried around there. Just bashing them without him. What a match this has been. What a fight.
And we are all glad to be witnessing such an extraordinary match tonight.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Lucy? I think he is. He's trying again.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
DDT!
Does Jimmy have any fight left?
He's looking a little worn down now.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
I think for now we're going to stack the odds even further in their team's favor here.
Sound suplex.
Ooh, did you hear that crank of the hammer?
Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he searches under the apron. And he's being somewhat backed into a corner right now. He took the worst of that impact.
Yeah, this is the hostility Jacob Fatu wanted to bring. Incoming. That's it. What a splash.
If you're on the opposite side of this entry, you are bracing for a fight.
The target's been acquired once more. DDT. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
Now looking at Jey.
And that can vanquish Tom.
Chief. Solo Sikoa joining Bloodline War Games. Super kick. Ouch. Super kick. Slam the door shut and brace for impact. War Games are now officially underway.
This is the moment it's all been building to. The ultimate test for these teams. And it's Jey Uso.
Will Jey take advantage? John Henry swinging the hammer.
Just tossing that table around like it was nothing.
He finds a counter. He's resisting at the head of the table, being challenged there. Lift it up. What's next?
Nasty shot to the throat. Vicious.
And Jey looked rough. If he's got a strategy, you might want to think about tapping into it.
Sikoa clearly taking out his preternaturally bad mood on the competition.
Jey looking a little less than main event after that one.
Sledgehammer to the body. This is not for the faint of heart.
Tonga trying to secure the victory.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming. As the mark of the fireman's carry on. He suffered the full brunt of that. Forget about the table being broken. I think he's broken.
He can't be in any fighting shape after what we just saw.
He's going back to the well.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
DDT. Diego about to end this fight.
He makes the save.
Better late than never. Jey is dying out.
And this is where stubbornness might catch up to him.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of blows to the head, and you know he won't quit.
Starting from the dangerous height here.
You can still feel the reverb from the outside. Jimmy might have just finished things.
Scaling this unforgiving War Games cage. Top rope.
You can see all the brutality the original Bloodline team has dished out. Everyone on Solo's team are filling the War Games cage with their own blood.
Look at this. Just unloading.
And a stop to the gut.
He's getting fired up now. Really feeding off his...
Tonga.
Executing a vicious Tongan twist.
Victory nearly in hand for Tonga.
Look at this.
Holy cow, I'm dizzy.
He puts him into the corner.
Zayn has this wrapped up.
Now Jimmy.
The lights are out for Sikoa.
Oh my God, what a kick. And again, the head has been the target here.
It's a surefire way to keep your opponent out of sorts.
Setting up the corner across the ring.
The head of the table cinches it in.
Reigns with the geek.
It's a very, very difficult submission to escape, but he did it.
Boom.
The tribal chief has acquired the target. He says now. Reigns put his stamp on this one. He might have them.
And we see Reigns. Not so fast.
Oh, man. Wait a second. He's going up the wall. The Extreme War Games mentality is taking over. Oh my God!
Inside cradle. Oh, look at this small package. He kicks out before the count starts.
Kick out. What are they thinking here? Eyes locked on their opponent. Oh, there's a gator roll. And hoist up.
Go driver. And it's Jay. And well-timed maneuver there.
Jay can seal it here. Reigns able to sidestep. What a headbutt.
Vicious. He tosses him over and into the other ring. Spear!
Jimmy with a game ender.
Point up to the top now. Now check this out. This is going to blow your mind. Man, does Jimmy have enough time to recover? He made the save.
Both wrists captured. And that took Reigns down. You gotta be kidding me. Everyone hears it.
Here's the cover. Is it enough?
Wait, look at the feet. The feet are on the ropes. You got to question, how much is it worth? How much is it worth to continue through the...
Toss the cover.
Silence!
Shoulders down. Going for the win.
And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline. No muss, no fuss on that delivery. Someone clearly doesn't want this match to go on much longer than it has to.
Tonga Loa and Jacob Batu, the new bloodline.
You want to know which version of the bloodline is superior? Well, there's your answer. Solo's crew prevailed inside War Games.
These four men are true family. Each of them fought with that same bit of...
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention. and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both love to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK all-day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them. Because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Islanders are known for innovative double-team offense, but they're looking to do more than just beat the Profits.
Well, under the Brains' incomparable tutelage, the Islanders have become smarter and more brutal.
Tez and Dawkins better have their third eye open and their heads on a swivel.
I expect to see expert-level tag teamwork from both the Profits and the Islanders, with supreme athleticism from all 4 competitors.
What this match could boil down to, guys, is which team picks up the first pinfall.
It's not going to take long for chaos to rule. The Profits and the Islanders are ready to see who is the best tag team on Earth.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And their opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
We know the Islanders are as vicious as they come, but the Street Profits excel in all forms of chaos.
Yeah, Corey, but the Islanders have a plan and will stop at nothing to carry that out.
Well, the Profits will have to truly compete as a team to overcome the odds in this 2 out of 3 falls match.
The truth is, I don't know if Ford and Dawkins have faced a team as dangerous as Haku and Tama.
And the Street Profits are going to have to execute a next-level plan to take down the Islanders and Heenan.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path. Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tom?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
It knew what was coming there.
And he is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Prime opportunity now for Haku to get some separation and gather himself.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
That's just a beatdown.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
Ford seems unable to turn the momentum here.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Oh. And the kibosh being put on Montez Ford there.
Piercing the throat. Ooh, well measured.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has it.
Haku with a tongue in death grip. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
And Haku is suppressing any offense from his opponent.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Ooh, headbutt.
Oh, nothing pretty about that.
Dawkins sent to the outside.
Ow! Caught the majority of that on the face, and now Montez is cut open. Arm extended, tags his teammate in. Finds the roll-up.
And there's the cover.
What's he doing? He had this match in the bag.
Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who is... From the top! What? You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off.
Wow, did you see that? Oh my gosh, what impact! Boom!
Return fire from Montez Ford.
And just in time, he gets out of there.
Man, the Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Usos. Every person with bloodline affiliation has been a real problem for the Profits. Let's see if their fortunes change against the Islanders.
And an inverted atomic drop.
Side headlock applied.
Good measure. This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tama and Haku have very strong heads. The Islanders and Street Profits facing off here in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Two teams that mix high flying and hard hits with ease. This is going to be exciting.
The Islanders move at such speeds that you can't take your eyes off them for a second. The Street Profits have got to be at their best if they hope for a win tonight.
You can tell that Haku and Tama want to end the party for Dawkins and Ford. Luckily, they have the biggest party pooper in WWE in their corner in the form of the Weasel, Bobby Heenan. Oh, headbutt.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout singles stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up, so you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars.
Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
That's going to fire you up with anger.
He wastes no time dodging the attack.
Hellacious power slam.
An unyielding showing of authority, no two ways about it. Calculating the next move here. Powerbomb.
A powerbomb like that will leave you with bruises and remind you of this moment for days.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners. Wicked kick to the face. Wow.
Short jab.
Raining down those shots to the back of the neck. Double axe handle. Oof. Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about it.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. No, from the top.
Off the mark.
No, flesh on flesh. Nothing pretty about it.
And Montez Ford finds himself on the defensive.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Into a sit-out pile driver.
Brutal impact into the corner. Ooh. Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick. Something that Taz and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Oh, and Enziguri. Hits him with the gut into the cover. this.
What's it going to take to put this match away? Pulled back into the hip toss.
Stomping down.
I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heaton and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on there. Vertical suplex. Heading to the top now. Tag me.
Oh, look out.
Diving brain chop. Haku is picking the opposition apart.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here. From the heavens. Big time splash.
Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again.
Look out.
Big elbow drop. You've got to be kidding me. Using your body as a missile over and over again.
We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the air this often.
The Islanders beating Angelo and Montez at their own game now.
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that...
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
And he picks up the fall here. And Haku looking to secure victory. And he only stays down for a 1 count.
Wow, I thought this was over.
Haku
With the tongue and death grip.
got this one, saving his partner before too much damage was done. Ford seems unable to turn the momentum here.
Yeah, Ford's having trouble fighting back. Ripped in the hard way.
Shucked right out of the ring. Oh, there may be no escape from this.
Hawk with a tongue and death grip. After everything, he can't take it anymore. Has to tap.
Here are your winners. Come on. And Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are the best tag team of any era.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy, and you definitely had to get a little pussy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anawa'i, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills and earned a spot as an honorary Uce, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE Universe as the Tribal Chief. Is Roman Reigns still your Tribal Chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone, or is it TK all day, every day, don't you say? Regardless of who you choose, you've earned the right to acknowledge your tribal chief.
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead.
from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
Grinding your way through the bloodline? One of the biggest dynasties in history? Is it even possible?
Well, it's highly improbable, but nothing's impossible in WWE. It requires incredible courage to take on the bloodline.
And there's no tougher challenge than taking on the entire bloodline in a gauntlet match. Can't imagine what's going on inside this superstar's head.
Wow. How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
The Wild Samoans from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 319 pounds, Sika!
And on the other side of this first hurdle, just one of the Bloodline's most savage and powerful members.
The Bloodline starting things off with a bang, looking to make short work of this challenger.
This is where it begins, the ultimate gauntlet challenge against the full might of the bloodline.
Win or loss, this is an historic undertaking. It feels like it all has led up to this. A chance to place yourself at the head of the table. The proving ground is right here, right now.
It will be a gauntlet containing a member from every branch of the bloodline family tree. The odds are almost insurmountable.
The road is treacherous, but surviving it will bring you immortality. And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taken them all on.
Good golly! Caught by surprise with that clothesline.
Uh-oh.
Oh, delivers the headbutt.
Right between the eyes.
The Rock with a great dodge.
Using the cranium.
Oh.
And now that's some nasty offense imposed on Sika.
Pulls their opponent in, belly to belly.
And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match was the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place. Wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition. Fought off off with an elbow. Big time clothesline. Good grief.
The Rock, he's thinking big.
Watching. Look out below.
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
Looking to go up high. From the top.
Whoa, what a landing. Took a leap of faith and connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed.
A gauntlet match is such a fitting stipulation for tonight, Corey. It's almost a tribal trial by fire of some sort.
It absolutely is, Michael. You don't get put into this match with any expectations of coming out the victor. The family has decided these rules because only those that can overcome such odds can be strong enough to lead the bloodline.
Oh, he flips that around. The count continues.
Time to get back in there.
Beats the count without a moment to lose. Not looking good. In this position.
Slip right to the left knee.
Oh, to the back of the neck.
Great timing on that knee to the gut.
Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse. What a barrage of stops.
He can't seem to find any answer here.
This could be the defining moment of this match for him. What does he do now?
He quickly gets out of dodge.
Looks like that disrupted The Rock's typically dazzling style.
Yeah, watching Sika aggressively work the opposition.
Laying out with a power slam.
Taking on their opponent, looking to step through, and the sharpshooter.
And he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
From the top.
Look out below! Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks. Effective arm drag.
Natural athletic ability shown.
There it is!
Sika got caught with all of it. Here it comes.
Yes, rock bottom!
The Rock has this wrapped up. And a stomp to the gut.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Clothesline!
Oh, he's got him by the leg. Oh, that hurt. Sika in a state of distress.
Sika's on the wrong side in most of these exchanges.
Specifically targeting the leg. Attacking the knee.
We are going to see it.
Headbutt of questionable legality.
What a counter by Sika.
Finally, Sika's able to interrupt these attacks for a moment. Double leg step through. Uh-oh. You know what's coming there?
Legendary Scorpion Deathlock. So much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength might have run out.
Totally helpless at the moment. Lands face first. Electrifying offense from the Brahma Bull.
I think The Rock's opponent can smell it, guys.
Lift off. You gotta be kidding me.
From all the way up. Wasted no time flying out to the floor. The Rock showing what makes him the people's champ.
All right, he's got to refocus up now. Oh, that right there is classic Rock. Float over into a DDT. Vintage Rock right there. Sika getting picked apart right now.
Sika's cage might be a bit rattled.
Oh, clothesline.
And a disorienting blow to the head there.
Hoisted up. Snap suplex. The Rock with some...
I think we're about to see a masterful pinning combination.
Oh, my. Oh, wow. Definitely an unorthodox strategy. He must have something else planned. Nice drop kick.
Devastating flourish from The Rock here.
Showing exactly why he's the great one.
Down in a hurry. He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor. Making his way to the top here. From the top.
Whoa, look out. Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
And this deep in, you gotta start wondering how much more is there to give in this match.
What an incredible display of human resilience we've seen here.
Down in a hurry. Sika in a state of distress.
Sika's cage might be a bit rattled.
Face first into the post.
Scoop slam from behind.
Inverted scoop slam.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gotta hurt. Cranking the head.
Oh, come on. Just take it back in the ring. Pretty please.
Say a little louder, Saxton. I don't think they heard you.
Oh, man. Right to the esophagus.
And Sika takes it.
The